Ah! Jiro had always thought that his brother had been killed by Charlie's men, and when he heard this, he peed his pants in shock. His whole CR0TCH was soaked quickly, even on the concrete floor, but he couldn't take care of it at this time, and he kept crying and crying. No, Mr. Charlie. No. No. I'm still young. I don't want to die. Please. Raise your hands high and spare my life. I am willing to be a cow and a horse for you. Charlie said contemptuously. Jiro, look at you for a good job. The big masters cry like this, aren't you ashamed? Jiro was already crying with tears. Mr. Charlie. I don't want to die. I haven't lived enough. I am not married yet. No one in the Kobayashi family stays behind. You can't let my Kobayashi family's blood and soul be broken in a foreign country. Charlie saw him crying like a girl, and said contemptuously, pee soaking urine and take a picture of yourself. How can you look like a hot-blooded man? When did I say I'm going to kill you? Don't worry, you will stay. You are a dog. Jiro looked surprised. You? Didn't you say you want to send me to see my brother? Charlie gave a hum, and said lightly, I really want to send you to see your brother, but I forgot to tell you, I also kept your brother as a dog. When Jiro heard that Charlie said that he had spared his brother's life, his whole body had completely collapsed. He said angrily, You charged me 10 billion and promised to kill my brother. Have you been lying to me? Charlie smiled and said, Jiro, don't be so silly and sweet. If you come out, you will be intriguing. Can't you understand this? Jiro said angrily, You are not trustworthy. Charlie asked in turn, I don't talk about trust? You talk? Do you think you are a person again? You came to China from Japan, in order to grab my formula and intend to kidnap my subordinates. UFC King talk about trust? Also, your brother came to China from Japan and grabbed my magic medicine formula. He said he was trusted? Or is it normal for your Kobayashi family to grab other people's things? Jiro was speechless. Charlie said in disgust at this time, Isn't it saying that I don't speak credibly? That's okay. Then let's just do it. I will let someone kill your brother now. After finishing speaking, he looked at Jiro and said, In addition, I have already said. I want to send you to meet your brother, but you don't want your brother to live, so I can only kill your brother first. And then kill you and send you to the be it starred. This should be considered credibility, right? After hearing this, Jiro shivered with fright. He immediately knelt on the ground and kowtowed to Charlie and said, Mr. Charlie, I was wrong. I just bullshit with my mouth full. You must not be like me. I have to thank you. You are merciful and spared my brother's life. And thank you, mercifully, you spared my life. Charlie sneered, It's almost the same. Let's go, Jiro, I will take you to meet your brother. After finishing speaking, he waved to Isik. Put him up and take him to Orville's dog farm. Isik nodded immediately, Okay, master. Liang on the side also hurriedly asked, Master, do you want me to come too? Charlie patted him on the shoulder and said lightly, You are already busy enough with the factory. You have experienced this tonight. You should go back and have a rest. You will have to supervise the production tomorrow. Liang nodded hurriedly and said, Master, then I will go back. Isik asked his men to put Jiro in one of the cars. Later, he left a group of people to do the aftermath, and he personally drove Charlie to Orville's dog farm. After arriving at the kennel, Isik sent someone to bring Jiro into Orville's office. Orville hurriedly greeted him and said respectfully to Charlie, Master, you are here. Charlie nodded slightly and asked him, Orville, how is Ichiro doing here recently? Orville smiled and said, It's not bad. This grandson is quite obedient recently. He raises dogs, walks the dog, and cleans the kennel every day. In his spare time, he learns Chinese. Last month he also asked me to buy him dictionaries. Charlie smiled. This guy is okay, and he also has a passion for learning. Mr. Orville said, Master, the key is that this grandson has nowhere to go. He never dared to leave the kennel for half a step. He stays here 24 hours a day. There is something to kill the boring time. Charlie said, Okay, you go and call him over. Okay. Mr. Orville stepped out immediately.